Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen here in Concord as they prepare for their annual Craftsmen's Fair at Mount Sunapee Resort. And I'm now joined by someone that knows everything going on here, the Executive Director, Mariam Carter. Hi, Mariam.
Hi, Abby.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you in person
Absolutely.
and interview you. This has got to be one of the craziest times of year for you as you prepare for the Craftsmen's Fair.
You nailed it. It's very nice to be sitting in our beautiful exhibition space,
Yes.
our museum. But yes, AC'd. But yesterday I was at the fairgrounds, and it was full on from the time I arrived to the time I left, and through the night with texts.
I'm sure. How quickly do you start? Not that we need to fast forward into the end of it, but is it all year long you're planning for this event?
It's about a 10-month process to produce, including the fair, to produce the event. And so, a lot of that is admin and making sure that we get all our juried members and our invited guests and our vendors lined up. But then we're at the fairgrounds about 3 weeks prior, setting up tents, the whole setup, the whole process, and then the craftsmen come on and we're there for 9 full days. And then amazingly, we break down in about 2 days.
And then do you go on vacation after?
I do. I stop. It's a hard stop.
And don't answer emails. Let's back up a minute because I'm excited to talk about the Craftsmen's Fair. But for people watching what is the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen?
It's an amazing organization. We're 91 years old, and basically we are the organization that celebrate the field of craft and the makers of craft. So we have a rich reputation here in the state of New Hampshire, but we also have one nationally. And frankly, many organizations that are existing today were formed out of the concept of the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen so many years ago.
Wow.
So we represent the standards, and many organizations do the same, and there's wonderful fairs throughout the country, but we actually have the oldest running outdoor fair in the country.
What a good fact.
And it's an amazing fact. And we also have people coming from all over the country. Many people think, oh, just people from New Hampshire, but people from New England, throughout the country, fly in, drive in, come in for the singular event.
Amazing. And talk about being an artist part of the League. You have a huge variety and group of people. What does it mean to be part of the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen as an artist?
So we have about 26 different media categories of craft that people, and there's some subcategories, but people can apply for. There's a process, again. It's not write a check and become a member. We're a membership organization, but you have to go through a jury process.
Wow.
And it's a jury of your peers who basically looking at your technical work, the technical aspects of your work, as well as your voice. We call that the spirit of the maker. When you see their work, you can identify it as their work. It doesn't look like someone else's work. It looks like theirs. So to become a juried member of the League is really an accomplishment. And if people, sometimes the League has had a reputation like it's really hard to get in. Well, we do have really rigid and high standards, which is why we have the legacy we have and a signature of excellence that we can stand by. But we also have a wonderful mentoring process. So if someone wants to be a member, they don't get in the first try. They aren't told to go away. They're basically asked to go through a mentoring process if they like it, or go on their own and create with work up to the standards that we accept, and hopefully they'll get in the second round.
And then are you in for a lifetime, or is there a review process?
They're in for a lifetime, but they have to keep the standards. We're a lovely organization. I think Dan referred to it as a family in his interview with you the other day.
He did.
And I think that's what we celebrate at the fair, that it's a family. People come together for 9 days. It's hard work. There's no other fairs in the country that really run for 9 days.
9 days.
So that's quite a commitment. And we're grateful for everyone's participation.
Talk for a little bit about the fair for people watching who have never been or have seen. You have that big sign up outside of Mount Sunapee saying it's happening. But for people who've never been, what can people expect when they come to the Craftsmen's Fair?
So it's a wonderful entryway to this beautiful array of many, many tents that are filled with incredible craft. First thing I'm going to say, we're at the base of a mountain, a ski area.
Yes.
Wear comfortable shoes.
Yes, good point. It's not level.
The temperature's always great there, but remember to hydrate. I just need to say those things because you're about to, and maybe plan for a 2-day trip instead of 1-day trip. But if you're only there for 1 day, just come in and take it in. We have 8 large tents filled with craftsmen's work. We have a thing called the Shop at the Fair, which is craftsmen who don't want to have a booth, but they want to be represented at the fair. So it's a collaborative effort that they create this beautiful space. And that's actually new this year. We moved it. People are going to be delighted to see this new tent on flat ground.
Okay.
And then we have all these demonstrations. We have a large education mission because we're a 501c3.
Sure.
So there's a kids create area. There's demonstrators that are brand new this year. So you can see how things are made. And some of them are hands-on. So you actually can get your hands in clay and make something any age. You're all welcome to try things. And then we were, over the past few years, are really happy that we've been able to bring in really wonderful artisanal food and also artisanal vendors who are selling their product there.
Cool.
And we have the New Hampshire Music Collective bringing us an incredible array of talented musicians every day. So it's a rich, rich experience. People come out, they come expecting to be excited and intrigued, and they leave with big smiles on their faces and lots of bags. We're happy to see them go.
And it's good for all ages too.
All ages, and this year we moved it from 12 and under coming in for no cost to 16 and under to free. So we want families to come. We want to build the future of craft collectors. We're really looking forward to that, having more families come, and it's one of the missions we've had, creating pathways to the league.
Amazing. And I'll do my good weather dance first, 70, sunny with a light breeze.
Me
Does
too.
that sound good?
But I want people to know that even if it's hot, come there. You're at the foot of a mountain, and there's ways to take breathers. There's places to sit and relax, and there's plenty of refreshments.
For sure.
I have to say, Vail is an incredible partner. They took over the lease of the mountain, and they have a wonderful beer tent, which we never had before, right on the grounds. You can have wine or beer and just enjoy great food throughout.
How about that? That sounds
Great.
perfect.
It's wonderful.
Well, I will let you go because I know you have plenty of other things to be doing, but thank you so much for joining me here.
Well, thank you for joining us, and you and YCN have always been such a great supporter of the league, so I just want to say thank you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
We're happy
it.
to be here.
All
Thank
right.
you very much. Fairs and fun are all around us this weekend, and don't forget the Hospital Days Parade, which we'll have right here on YCN. Stay with us after this message as we get to meet Peter Maynard of Cold River Furniture, who has been crafting fine handmade furniture for over 40 years, and will be hosting a demo booth at the fair August 3rd through 11th. And we'll get an invitation to a Make-A-Wish event at Sunapee Harbor. But first, these words from a community-minded business that underwrites our stories. You could be one too by contacting us at info@ycnnow.com.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating.